On today's episode of the Jamaican Cooking Journey, I'll be making for you some hominy and peanut. I'll be using some natural peanut, raw peanut. I have washed it and I've left it on this tray to air dry. I'm using, this is about, relatively half a cup of peanut or a little more. And I do have here about a cup of hominy corn, but I did wash it and I left it to pre-soak for about 5-6 hours now. So to this I'm going to be adding a little sugar. I like to add a little sugar. It helps the porridge to, get, when you're sweetening it is a little easier, because remember, corn, they have to cook in a liquid, so you don't want to cook it in just a liquid without anything. It's harder to get it sweetened with some form of taste. A little salt, not a lot. If you're using more, then you use more of everything. I'm gonna leave it to dissolve. I dissolve the sugar and I eat it. Now I'm gonna take long. What I'll be doing, I'll be grinding my peanut in my grinder. Okay, I think I've done that already for you, but I'm showing you. I think you need to wash your peanut, even though you get it all packaged. I get mine all packaged, but I decide to wash it and let it air dry. But if you don't want to do that, it's up to you. Okay, so next clip. I've just removed my cinnamon leaf from the water. It was there boiling to flavor the water. So I'm gonna put my, you could leave this to cook until when it softens, but my style, I've got to use my pressure cooker. But if you don't want to use your pressure pot or your whatever, your electric pot or anything, I'm just gonna leave it in there. I'm gonna leave it to come to a boil, and as it comes to a boil, it is supposed to give me some froth. These days I notice they're not frothing, but when it comes to a boil, I will return, remove the froth. If it's not, then you may not see that. I'll just cover my pot. So when you see me next, my hominy will be cooked, the hominy will be cooked, and my peanut. I'm gonna prepare my coconut milk and I'll catch you then. Okay, now that our hominy corn has been cooked, you see that? We are gonna get started. Once your hominy is cooked and it's like that you can mash it, you see that? Yeah. So you see, we just have a small amount of water in there. I'm gonna get my flame going. Alright. I want to take the time to show you my grounded peanut. My peanuts, they have all been grounded, and we use a little grinder. It's on our Amazon storefront. You need something like this right on in your kitchen. This is the peanut that I showed you in the prior clip. This is how it looks. Now to this peanut I am going to be adding some grounded flaxseed. Peanuts has some body, it's really like clumpy. I'm gonna add this in flaxseed, grounded flaxseed to grounded peanut, and we could have put a little more too. Yeah, beautiful. So just mixing them out together, because the grounded peanut here now is like cornmeal, it come like cornmeal right here. So I'm gonna use a little water to get it like a little softened, like a little pasting like. I might need a little more. How many? So I want to show you when you mix the grounded flaxseed with the grounded green peanuts, what it looks like. See there? You see that already? And it don't even hit the hot water yet. What I want to do right now, I'm going to add some coconut milk. I'm going to add half of this. I might need some more, but I'll see how it goes. Still warm and all of that. That's my coconut milk. That's the liquid I'm using. I'm going to use some more water. I want to put this right in there right now, and I've got to move fast. I have to move fast now, because look here, we're gonna need some nice stirring. You see that? Stirring, stirring, stirring. See what it looks like? So we're gonna leave it to come to a boil, and once that is happening, it is the right time to flavor up. I'm gonna use some vanilla. You use what you want, and I'm gonna go get some grated nutmeg, and we're gonna give this some time to cook and come together. Next clip. Okay, now fam, so it's coming to a boil, and this is what it looks like. Now you want to add a little thickener, but you want to wait until it starts boiling to see the thickness of it. So you may need a tablespoon, you may need a half tablespoon, you know, maybe you might need more, I don't know. But I have here 1 tablespoon, and I've added a little water to it, and I want to mix it to a very smooth paste. I don't want any other flour lumps in there. And after you put this little flour mixture in, you can use almond, oats flour, any flour of choice. I would not suggest cornstarch, but if you want to do it, you can go ahead. Yeah, banana flour. I'm not sure about banana flour, but you want to mix it and have it smooth. You see it's boiling, but you do not want to mix until it starts boiling, until it starts cooking. So you will see, because remember we're mixing with the peanut, so we didn't use too much hominy. Okay, so we need something. When you're doing the hominy of itself, you'll use a lot, that it will, you know, just because it has starch, but it doesn't have enough, because we wanted to get this peanut in with this. So you see how smooth this is, but it still has lumps. So you want to mix out. You want to mix out until it's free of lumps. Lower your flame to the lowest. This is how you want it smooth. So you want to get it right in there. You know what, mix a long water, something put in there, you know. One spoon of flour, you want whole heap of water and it long, you know. So you just want to mix a smooth little paste. Make sure you're on the lowest at this point. You see me put in my vanilla. I did add a little nutmeg off camera, and you want to continue stirring around. The coconut milk is cooking. You need to give this flour about 3 minutes for you to get it all start cooking, and all of that. You look and you see as you stir and get the flour all mixed. Make sure you mix the flour in. Okay fam, make sure you make it at that consistency, and make sure you mix it in thoroughly. You see it starts getting that body. Yes, you're gonna cook it for another 5 minutes, constantly coming to stir around. Remember, we're going to use condensed milk as sweetener, so you want to let the flour cook. The more the flour dissolve and cooks, the thicker your porridge becomes. Mix it to your consistency. Cook it, make the porridge be at your consistency. Okay, if it is that you see like it not thick enough, because some people love them porridge thick, you do a little more, but remember to let the flour cook. But do not mix too much at one point. Kind of flour porridge. Next clip. You see here, you see it's coming. Next clip. Now we are almost ready, but I want to show you how it looks when it starts coming together. It's almost there. We have another minute or two. So you have your little mini grains, not too much, and then you have the background of the peanut in there. Okay, so you see that? So you stir as I told you, constantly coming around to scrape around, to stir in the corners. You don't want to get it burned. It will get burned if your container is not too thick. Even if it's too thick, as it cooks and gets thickened, it will get burned. So we're going to let it cook for another minute. I'm going to remove it from the flame, let it cool down a bit, and I'm coming back to sweeten with my condensed milk. Next clip. I'm going to be removing it. Turn off my flame, but I'll remove it from my flame. So I'm going to leave it a few minutes, not a few minutes, a few seconds. You see this? I'm going to let all this heat just come out of it and let it comes together more. You see that? Then I'll be using my condensed milk. You can use your sweetener of choice. I may need a little more salt. So when we are at that point, I will return. You see that? You want to cook, stir it and make everything come together. You don't want it separate. If you don't do it good, it will be separated at this point. So we are back, and as it cools down, you don't cover it, you know. You leave it open. So this is where it is. Let me show you this before my sweetener hits it. I'm going to put most of this because it's a really big pot of porridge. I think I'll use all of this condensed milk, and I'll just dissolve it. I'll dissolve it until I cannot see the milk. The milk is gonna start, coming together like a ribboning in there. And you will see as I sweeten, you see the milk, you see that? It's ribboning in there. That means the milk is not properly dissolved. So sweetening, stirring. You see we still have that nice consistency, that peanutty look and all of that with that flaxseed, and it's still thick and nice. Have this porridge consistency. Not too much hominy. You don't use too much hominy. So I told you 1 cup of hominy to half a cup of grounded peanut. I'll put that for you in the description, but you know the proportion. When you see me next, I'll have some all plated up just for you. Serious porridge this. Let us bowl up some of this for you. Look at this. From my kitchen to yours. From my Jamaican kitchen to your family table, to your plate, and most of all to your stomach. It is hominy and grounded peanut. Wow. And we added a little flaxseed. Next clip. There you have it, fam. I've just presented it to you in the prayer clip. Your hominy and peanut porridge done just for you. Flavor it up the way you like. Add what you want to add, but make sure you let it come with a good porridge consistency. Not too much hominy. Thanks for watching.